Okay, we are within the chamber. Yes, I blinged this out for you too. Let me explain what's going on. You don't have to do this. I just, I love being thematic and I thought you guys would enjoy it. And actually, I came up with this format in another video. This is the battle board that comes with the Avalon Adventure board game. And this is kind of just like a dungeon floor. So just picture, you know, that chamber that they entered into. This is like a zoomed in view of what's kind of going on. And just to make it more fun, more thematic, and just explain things, I think, better. So I hope you enjoy this. Want to point out a few things and just know, yeah, we're talking about things now. Next time, we're just going to keep rolling, like I said. But hopefully you're learning, you know, about the game and getting more acclimated as I'm, you know, touching on these few things. Always remember that these monster tokens, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, are associated with the champion monster decks. You know, they're, you know, direct correlation between the two. So, case in point, there was a level 1 champion monster in that chamber. We're zoomed in. We are going to shuffle and draw from the level 1 champion monster deck. Okay? So, and then remember, we're using the revised combat system, like the evolved minions, revised combat. So that's how we're going to be playing this, which I love and I think a lot of other people did. Remember, there was a crate inside this chamber. You cannot bust that open until you kill the champion monster. Lastly, because some people may ask this, there's 3 things that could happen right now in this chamber. One, and hopefully I think it's going to happen, the heroes could kill the champion monster, and then we're going to discuss the loot and gold roll. I think they're going to kill it with no problem. Another thing is that if the champion monster kills the heroes, that would be very unfortunate, but that is an outcome. If that happens, the heroes will have to be resurrected. We'll go over that if that happens, and the terror track will go up. Every time a hero dies, you have to move the terror track up by 1. The villagers don't like to see their heroes being slain. The third option is sometimes your heroes are going to enter into a chamber, and this is when you get more into the deeper, well, actually, I think in the next scenario, that there could have been a level 2 champion monster in here, usually associated with a quest. Heroes could evade out of the chamber. If you ever leave a champion monster in a chamber on its own, like if you come in and they just got out right now, you would have to put a token on the incantation track. That's over on the Dungeon UI board. We'll get into that later. But if that incantation track ever fills up, a hex is placed over the village, and it's very bad. Let's not talk about hexes on villages. So we're going to stay positive. We're going to shuffle. We're going to kill this champion monster, level 1, and then we'll get on with whatever else we have to do. And honestly, you know, when I put those initiative tokens down, I thought it was going to take a few turns to get over there, but, you know, that's good. So we're going to do actually more things within just the first turn here. So I want you to see. I'm going to shuffle these on camera for you, so there's no funny business. I honestly play fair and square, guys. Okay, and then just grab this one. The champion monster that resides in this chamber is a massive viper. Okay, let's take a look at this here. Let me get so I can put through here. Okay, let me point a few things out. So this is a massive viper. Again, remember, this is normal difficulty. Look at the one skull. Notice the silver star. This is a normal version of this champion monster. When I created this game, I created normal versions of monsters and elites. Not with guardians, there's none of those. But with champion monsters and minions in the game, you're going to notice normal and the elites. Normal monsters have no special ability. That was my chance to create the backstories of all the monsters, the origin stories. So you'll read some nice little bit of flavor text, like about this massive viper. It comes from the Dungeon of 13 Moons. And then, you know, here's this other various things. We'll get into this a little bit later, but remember we were discussing those warfare types. This is going to be important, so let's take a look at this. This massive viper is versed in physical warfare. Well, Maheliak has that covered, because, you know, he's good with that. Ranged warfare, and you know what? Maheliak has Mallory's golden bow. So we're going to definitely attack in that phase. And then that's mythical warfare. What Zeke has a +1. So we'll, yeah, and Mahaliak has 0 here. So he'll be attacking in that phase. So now let's get on with the battle. We'll get onto the other stuff in a second, but since this is our first battle, I wanted to take the time. And we have a returning guest. Some of you may remember our friendly Minotaur. And I just bashed everything in the dungeon. Game over. Sorry about that. But we used him before to hold up the cards, and it worked perfectly so you could see everything. So thank you, whatever your name is, putting him here so we could refer to the card. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's the heroes are fighting this massive viper. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get its warfare tokens. And so we're going to gather up the physical warfare, the ranged warfare, and mythical. Remember, just like that on the card. And again, I want to take the time on our first battle so you can see this, but then next time we're just going to keep rolling. So we have the 3 warfare tokens, right? This is very simple. Shuffle them. Set them to the side. Reveal the first one. Physical warfare. So picture, and I used this before, kind of think of Breath of Fire, if you've ever seen that game on the Super Nintendo. That's kind of like what I pictured coming up with chamber combat. And then there's dungeon combat. So the first phase of combat, there's going to be 3 phases, of course. So this is phase 1. Mahaliak is proficient in physical warfare. So picture he's going to run up and he's going to attack. But first, what we have to do is we have to get our phase 1 battle tokens. There's the attack side, there's the defend. We won't worry about defend right now. And basically, you're going to put this on the weapon. You're going to declare, what do you want Mahaliak to attack with? Well, we have 2 choices here. And you don't have to, even though that's physical, you can use any weapon to attack with. So there is, he has his primordial axe, 1 damage, +0 to chaos warfare. However, he has Mallory's golden bow, and this can do 2 damage. We're definitely going to declare this weapon we're going to attack with. And on his hero card, he has a +2. So we're going to be able to add +2 to, remember we're going to roll the red dice, we can add +2 to that. And he is going to attack with this. So we're going to declare phase 1, he's going to attack with Mallory's golden bow. And again, I'm slowing this down because next battle, we're just going to go quick. But I want you to be up to speed of what we're doing. Okay, phase 1. Declaring that. Take the warfare dice, roll. Let me point this out. I have to explain what we have to do here in case you're really new to this. Notice these values right here. Okay, that says 13 and 1. Simply this means this. This is the warfare value. Mahaliak needs to score at least 13 or higher and able to land a hit. If he rolls 12 or under, you probably guessed it, the monster is going to inflict 1 damage on Mahaliak. That's simply how that works. So now that you know that, so he's got to do a pretty mighty swing to land damage on this massive viper. So here goes. And that was a pretty huge hit. And you add, of course, those together, 11 and 1, well, that's a 12. Now that's not 13, but remember, I'm going to put the card up so you guys can see this. We discussed this before. He has a +2 right there to physical warfare, luckily. So we're going to add 12 and 2, that's 14. He successfully lands a hit on the massive viper. And I have to get, pardon me, I have to get our damage tokens. I should have had these ready. Okay, so he, oh, I'm sorry. 2 damage. Remember, 2 damage, Mallory's golden bow. As I said, I think they're going to kick some butt in the dungeon with these awesome weapons. So we're going to get our damage tokens and put that right there as a reminder. Okay, so phase 1 of combat is now over. So kind of Maheliak moves back. Phase 2 is done. We're going to remove this warfare token, remove the physical warfare dice, take this off, and kind of now we're moving into phase 2. We're probably going to go a little bit quicker because I think you got this. So reveal, what's phase 2? It is mythical warfare. So let's consult what we're going to do here. Which one of our heroes is going to kind of rush up and attack the massive viper? And it is going to be Zeke. Let's take a look at the card again. So mythical warfare is down here. So that's 11 or higher, right? We have to roll. He has to hit with an 11 or higher. On Zeke's card, he has a +1 to mythical warfare. We can add +1 to that. And again, he's got that awesome weapon, Luke's training sword. Now, of course, he doesn't have any mythicals not on here. That's physical and chaos, but 2 damage. And that massive viper only has 3 health. He could kill it right now. And then that's over. So we are going to declare for phase 2, we're going to attack. Zeke's going to attack with Luke's training sword. So he kind of like, make sure rushes up, draws the sword back, mythical warfare dice, and oh yeah, oh my god, that is a monster hit. 11 and 6, 17. I think he cut it in half. +1, 18. This thing is dead. They are successful. So let's go over that. That's a great way to start. And again, I hope that you like me taking the time to show you all of this stuff. So that that was 2 damage. That's 4 damage. They killed it. Let's go over what all this other stuff means. Okay, let's start with this life force. That they're going to receive 2 life force. Now it's the hero who landed the killing blow. Think of this like experience. However, and let me grab 2 life force tokens. But you don't actually give it to one hero. It's put into a collective pool that all heroes can draw from. And there's a few of these that say 3 and 5 on them, so you don't have to use that many. So here is the 2 life force tokens. Remember this, you're going to use this to level up on Celebration Day to get new special abilities, and remember underworld artifacts. So the heroes have 2 life force in their collective pool. Remember, it just doesn't go to one hero, they can all use it. So we got that. Next, we are going to process, okay, this is called a loot and gold roll. And we use a D20. Notice this right here. Okay, that says 18 plus, and there's a treasure chest. That means that's a loot card. You're going to draw from the loot deck. Over here, 13 plus with 100 gold. And so these 2 together means the loot and gold roll. You make 1 single roll for this. On Guardians, though, since they're big bosses, you actually make a couple loot rolls because they're big bosses and they're hard to take down. So they carry more loot, possibly more loot and more gold. So what basically this means is this. We have to roll. Zeke, since he did the killing blow, is going to roll the D20. If he scores an 18 or higher, he gets to draw a loot card from the loot deck. If he scores a 13 or higher, he will receive 100 gold. Think of it, that monster was carrying that. That's simply what it is. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Clear that. And I have the D20 right here. And let's roll. How awesome would it be if he hit that? So, oh, no. 2. So this massive viper picture, it wasn't carrying any loot. It wasn't carrying any gold. And quite simply, that is the revised combat. And next time we play, we're just going to go fire right through it. But I'm glad I took the time to explain all that. However, guess what? As our heroes move over here, now that it's killed, there's a crate that they can smash open, and you're gonna like this mechanic. Let me get the crate tokens and show you how to smash open a crate. Be right back. Okay, so let me explain to you about the crate system, and I think you're gonna love this. I love those mechanics where you reach in and pull something out, and this is what this is. Also, there's this unique lock-picking system in Dungeon Crusade and the secret room, so we're definitely gonna be picking some locks, and this uses almost the same system. So these are all the crates in Dungeon Crusade that have something in them. No spoilers, but we are gonna break one open. So it's quite simple. All you do is you get a mug or bag. Example, I have my Chalice of Divine Healing. And so I got this, and we're gonna put these inside. Give them a shake. And randomly, without looking, pull one out. So you can see I'm not. And so this is Zeke breaking open the crate. Zeke has found, I hope it's something good. He has found, are you ready? Oh, 300 gold. There's some bad stuff in those crates, I assure you. But today was Zeke's lucky day. We're gonna get him 300 gold, and we're gonna move them out of the zoomed in chamber and get them back into the dungeon. But I hope that you enjoyed, again, this long description it was, but I think you learned a lot about the game right here. So let's get back into the dungeon in the regular chamber. We're getting back into the chamber with Zeke and Maheliak, but since we were in a chamber, I wanted to point this out, another point of interest. During the seeding process, here's a fun chamber. There's a crate in there. However, there's a level for a champion monster. I'm not going in that chamber, but maybe when we hit level 2, we'll try it. We'll probably get killed, but I just thought we'll put this on the to-do list. Okay, so we cleared that chamber, and we are back with Maheliak. Remember, because Maheliak had initiative token 1, Zeke had initiative token 2, and we gave initiative token 3 to Maheliak. So I think our next move is we are going to go into this level 2 chamber here a little bit later. I mean, maybe this turn, or I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but we're definitely gonna go pop open a treasure chest, and I want to talk to you about that. So we're gonna use initiative token 3, and we're gonna get our D6, wherever that went, right here. And remember, he has a base movement of 2 plus the roll of a D6. We'll try to roll in the dungeon. Great movement. Actually, too, I want to try to explore a mining site and show you that and do some mining, but we got to get a pickaxe. And you know what? We have to move Albus. Real quick, Albus can be moved anytime during the hero phase. He doesn't get an initiative token. So depending on what happens with this treasure chest, we might send him back to get a few more things and a pickaxe. So I just want to point that out. You can move Albus anytime during the hero phase. But as it is, the result was a 6, base movement of 2 for Maheliak. Open up the chamber door, and he's going to go to the treasure chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to take that off. And let me get the treasure chest deck. And I want to explain something about when I designed this treasure chest deck. You may have seen some promo posters, and I called it the ultimate in risk and reward, and that's truly what this is. Just know there's awesome gold amounts that your heroes can find in the treasure chest deck. There's a lot, and there's some powerful artifacts, some other things. There could be some empty chests, but some of them are trapped. So it truly is the ultimate in risk and reward. So I want to shuffle this on camera and show you where it's going to draw just randomly. I'll tell you what, just so you know, there's no funny business. You know, so I open up a chest with like 2,000 gold or something, which would be awesome. Or let the die decide what we're gonna get, so you know. Okay, so here's the die. 4. So we're going to go 4 cards down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know what we have to do? We have to reveal Zeke's blessing. We'll do that on. He's up next with initiative token 4. So the treasure chest are here. Maheliak has discovered. Oh, look at that. Lady Luck is on our side in the dungeon tonight. How awesome is that? Lifting the lid of the archaic chest, you discover 1,200 gold. We're going to the village. We're going shopping. We're getting some gear. We're getting a pickaxe. We're doing a lot. That is so awesome. 1,200 gold. So hold on. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab the gold. Okay, and we were very lucky. And you saw it on camera. So you know it was for real. Okay, so there is the 1,200 gold. That was very good to get that. I'm going to put that in this player area. And now I was debating, because remember, that was only one action. You know, that's considered one action. So he has one action remaining, and I'm thinking about using it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only need to get 4, and we could enter into this chamber, and we could do combat with this, with whatever level 2 monsters that's in there. And I think we're going to try to do that. And then we'll rally, because Zeke has initiative token 4. We could rally Zeke, and we're going to do a level 2 champion. And it's just going to be much more brisk now because you've seen it. So let's do that. I'm going to give you something else about essence here. Hopefully the situation comes up. So I'm going to roll 3. Okay, so 3 and 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3. Doors automatically open. You never have to pay an action. And then into the chamber. And doors automatically close. So we're going to do the rally call for Zeke with initiative token 3. We're going to rally Zeke. But I want to get his card and show you something. If you ever want to gain 1 movement with your hero, you can do that by spending 1 essence, and you can do that as much as you want. So if you want to get 3 movements, burn 3 essence, you get 3 extra movement. But remember, it's kind of a precious commodity unless you have a bunch of ochre juice potions. So I just wanted to point that out. But for right now, we're going to move that down by 1 for the rally call, and we're going to call out to Zeke. Zeke has initiative token 4. He'll answer the rally call. And we're going to generate some movements. Well, that's not too good. That's so 1, 2, 3. But he has 1 more action, and then we'll enter in, and that will, you know, initiate combat. So for our second action, we'll roll for movement. Really don't need it. 6, 1, 2. Okay. And remember, there is a crate in here, so we'll get a chance to bust open another crate. So get ready. We're going to fight a level 2 champion. Let's go over to the combat table.